Morning, everybody. I'm Stacy with Stacy's Organizing and Decorating for Life. I'm here to help you organize your thoughts and decorate your perspectives. So today our topic is going to be about arrogance and confidence. It's really about false esteem and self-esteem. So please stay tuned because it doesn't apply to one just economic background. It can apply to us all. So, before we get started though, I want to welcome you back. If you watch this channel every week, I sure do thank you for your support in whatever way you send it, whether it's by, watching, liking, and subscribing, or, if you send money, because I'm not monetized yet. So certainly when you share these videos, that would help me get closer to that monetization. So I thank you very much for your help in any kind of way that you do. I love and appreciate you, and just watching helps too. So thank you. But if you're new to this channel, I have to let you know that I'm not a doctor, a psychologist, a psychiatrist, or scientist, any of those things, but I like those things. So sometimes what I learn about those things, I may share with you. What I am is a life coach, or what I'm choosing to call myself now is a life midwife, because really I help people navigate through life on life's terms. So I have a webpage called staceyreineck.com. Feel free to check it out. It'll give you more information about the services that I provide. Okay? So thank you very much for watching today. So let's get started into our topic. Arrogance and confidence. I'm going to first tell you the definitions of these things, because I know for me, I got called arrogant one time, and my thought of arrogance, this is why I said in the beginning that it doesn't matter of your social, economic background. Because I got called arrogant one time and I thought, what the hell? I'm struggling here as a single mom, and we'll get more into that after I disclose what the definitions of these is, because that had nothing to do with, in the Merriam-Webster, with what I was, dealing with. But I did come around and get it, okay? So, arrogance definition is insulting way of thinking or behaving that comes from believing that you are better and smarter and more important than other people. And really that's a false esteem and fear. It comes from fear of not being good enough, fear of inadequacy. Confidence is the feeling that you can do something well or succeed at something. This is the practice and development of failing and persevering that builds confidence, which builds esteem. So when I was called arrogant at one time, I was in recovery, and I had like 7 years in recovery, and I was struggling single mom, like I said. And so I was complaining about my problems, and an old timer said to me, "So how's your relationship with God?" And I was like, "My relationship with God is just fine." And she said, "Stacy, that is just arrogant." What I realized about this is that there's no plateau to our relationships. Our relationship with God, our relationship with other people, our relationship to the universe, however you perceive and choose to see that. So we are all just expansive. See, arrogance in that term means unteachable. That sometimes people in their arrogance, and it's really just ignorance, but I'm not calling people ignorant. It's just that they don't know. I didn't know, that there was another way until somebody pissed me off and called me out, because I thought, what the? And I was pissed about it. I'm not going to lie. But then when I further researched it and everything, it was like, if I was in God's will, higher power will, or universe, the universal law doesn't want me to struggle and suffer. And so it's about cause and effect and overcoming these obstacles and being able to look within. So that's where self-esteem is built, when we realize that there's not a problem for every solution, because sometimes in our arrogance we can create a problem for every solution. When somebody talks to you and they suggest a solution to a problem, and then you're like, oh, but no this, no that, and you shoot it down. You're not open. See, confident people are open to suggestion. They're not going to shut people down. Confident people have a humility about them. Arrogant people do not. Arrogant people have that false esteem that I'm talking about. Arrogance is demanding, and it looks down on other people. Confident people help others to be confident. Confident people know who they are and and they stand for, and they're not rigid. Arrogant people are rigid. Confidence allows you to overcome and see your weaknesses. In arrogance, the biggest fear is seeing the weaknesses. So sometimes I see people, and in their arrogance, I will think they're being arrogant if they can't remember where they come from. I think that that's being arrogant. I've seen people, look down on people who have been in the same place they're at and be adamant about, and argumentative about how they're doing their recovery or whatever, and when we forget where we come from. See, confident people, that's why they're confident, because they failed and they persevered, and they remember where they come from through that failure and perseverance. But arrogant people are entitled people. So that sometimes can be, come out in narcissism too. And it can come out in codependency, because some people, when they don't look at their motivations and intentions of what they do, and then they start getting pissed off at people for not knowing the script, that can be a sense of arrogance too, because then they're going to, talk ugly about other people and, and look down on them because the people didn't feel their expectation that the people didn't know about, right? So really we have to check ourselves in arrogance. So when I was arrogant, when I was unteachable, when I had a problem for every solution. So that's what I mean. We can be struggling and still be arrogant and not, be wanting to receive help or reaching out for help, out of our arrogance. It's really a fear, like I was saying before, a false esteem, thinking that we know what we don't know, and we can't grow if we continue to act on that we know what we don't know. Like I thought I knew the definition of arrogance, and here it isn't like what I thought that it was, but what I learned that it was being unteachable, because I realized that, I could be doing better if I would just reach out and extend myself. Arrogance is a know-it-all attitude, and confidence is being teachable and reachable. When a person enters a room with confidence, they have a better energy. When a person enters a place with arrogance, it has a different energy. People are afraid to approach somebody who's arrogant, because if it's really important when people are talking for us to hear them and see them. But if somebody's talking and you've got your nose up and you're looking away like this and not listening, then that looks poorly, because everyone wants to be heard, okay? So if you're looking down, it looks like you're looking down, even though you may be looking up and away. It feels like that you're not, that what somebody else says isn't important, So a confident person has a humility, because they have struggled, and they do remember where they come from, and they remember the struggles, so they have a compassion and empathy. An arrogant person will blame someone else when they have a problem or there's a mistake. They'll blame someone else. So we're going to wrap this up. That humility is remembering where we come from. Arrogance is thinking we have arrived and then some. Holding people up to bars that we ourselves can't reach. Sometimes we do that in the codependence or the narcissism or any of that. We'll hold people up to bars that we ourselves can't reach, trying to make them prove something so that we feel comfortable. That can be a sort of arrogance too. So we can look down on them when they don't fulfill that. But really, when we're looking down on somebody else, we're looking down on ourselves too. That's low self-esteem, and we're building confidence. We're not building confidence. We are building evidence. I'm sorry. We are building evidence that we are not lovable, or that we are not, all those things that we're afraid to look at. So we continue to push people away in arrogance when we're afraid to look at these things. So I hope that this video has been helpful and insightful. And I just, want to thank you so much for being here, for watching. And if you got anything out of this video, please list it in the comments below. And understand that we are all divinely connected and wholly directed. And I'm not meaning that in a religious kind of way. I mean that we can be open to universal law, the cosmic consciousness, universal intelligence. all of this is there and available for us if we're not arrogant and are open to that. Okay? So it is about however you pray, meditate, whatever it is that you do, that you connect with nature, connect with people, but stay teachable. Okay? All right. I thank you so much for watching each and every week, and I love and appreciate you all. And your time is valuable, and so are you. So I'm going to finish this video. Thank you. Oh, please, yeah. And then if you'd like to reach out to me, I'm sorry, it's 5 in the morning. If you'd like to reach out to me, the information is in the connections below, in the description below. It's staceyreineck4life@gmail.com or staceyreineck@gmail.com. And please just look in the description below if you'd like to contribute monetarily too. I thank you very much. Wish you much peace and love.